Now over to the Belfast newsroom for a news report.
Look at the hottest stories from this week's news. So let's start off with David Bowie, who has written a soundtrack for a television film. But why? Well, perhaps a line from Hanif Kureishi's best-selling novel, The Buddha of Suburbia, explains it best. And I quote, "Pursue the path to happiness. Karim took the road to sex, drugs and rock and roll."
I asked David, we had dinner one night, and I said, would you be interested in... Originally, the plan was I was going to ask David whether we could have the rights to use Changes and various other tracks, and then I thought I'll ask him if he fancies doing something new, and David said, yeah, straight away, and send the tapes around. It was fantastic.
I mean, I was waiting for him to ask me. I was hoping he would. You know, I mean, it was kind of an obvious thing to do, because we both knew what he was talking about, and I was saying, what's he going to ask me to write a bleeding music for it? And he did, and I said, yeah. You know, it was like that. It was immediate. I'd already written half of it. What?
First time you've done it?
This is the first time I've done that. Yeah. It's interesting working in this way, because we're working in almost three different art forms. It's been quite exciting. Literary, theatrical, and musical. It's not a bad thing. That kind of collaboration really, funnily enough, hasn't happened since maybe the late 60s. That sort of work, especially in rock and roll.
So in finding a profession, he becomes an actor.
Apart from Bowie's original compositions, the series also features some of the punchier sounds of the 70s.
And we tried to use music that was familiar to people, like Elvis Costello and Bowie and the Stones and so on, but we also used music like Zappa and Gong and so on.
I wanted the passenger, but it's not there. I wanted the passenger for the New York bits.
We didn't really use American music.
So how significant was Bowie's contribution in the end?
Well, he's exactly the right person to do it, you know. He grew up round here. He grew up round here. His music was, you know, central to the 70s. His music's about sexual ambiguity as well, you know. And it's the best rock and roll you can get, you know. What more do you want?
Now, racism is a serious subject, and this week on our report on breaking bans, we spoke to a new rap duo who have some